Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Tory leadership contender Tom Tugendhat has said that should he become leader, he will limit immigration to 100,000 a year. I think that's way too high. What do we need them for? After all, if there's jobs that they need to come in to fulfil, why not fulfil them ourselves? Why not train our people to do those jobs? And they say, oh, but look, if it wasn't for the doctors and nurses, we wouldn't have an NHS. Okay, I would argue that's a bad thing because you're taking those doctors and nurses from poorer countries that are crying out and are desperate for doctors and nurses. Seems very immoral and unethical that we take from a poorer country their healthcare professionals to fulfil our need, leaving that poorer country bereft. It's very imperial, isn't it? Very colonial. You think we'd move away from it. It's like all the lefties always go, oh, you're take away our colonial past. And yet they're quite happy to take these people in and let these other countries suffer in a very colonial manner. Very odd. It's a very weird way. Now, the trouble with Tom is if he wins, it will be the end of the Tory party. Because after all, he's not a Tory. He's a little lefty, wet pool of piss, really, to be blunt. He's not a Tory. The Tory party needs Tories and they haven't got any at the leadership. And of course, it's the leadership will be decided by the MPs. They'll decide who the last two on the ballot are. And if there isn't a proper Tory there, it's the end. But you certainly shouldn't be saying, oh, I'm going to limit it to 100,000 at a time when we've got millions unemployed. It's a weird thing, isn't it? And they're always telling us about how poor the country is. Well, rather than bringing 100,000 a year in, set targets to see how many you're going to get out. Let's hear what your targets to get people out are and pick up the illegals and get them out. And anyone who employs an illegal, charge them £100,000 for every illegal they're hired. No limit. If you hire 10, that's £1 million. And if you have to take their house off them and make them homeless, so be it. Do that. And then don't give them hotel rooms and nice houses. Build a camp. Put bunks in it. You know, student lodge type things. Just vast, big dormitories. Give them that. There they go. And you don't give them cash. You give them vouchers. And they can swap their vouchers from the little store that you have on site. And that's the limit of it. Until they want to get processed out and go back home. Let's see how many would come then. I guarantee, not many. You can solve the immigration problem like that if you've got balls. Tom Tugendhat does not have balls. Or hope. Or an answer. Thanks very much. Goodbye.